That entire show was a good insight into everybody's characters, because it was all character development, and it gave really good backstories on the reasons why we all acted the way how we were around each other.
Episode 7 is another, unusual, scene and format. A lot of the show was unusual and weird, but that was its charm and quirkiness. But this was where Ron's character asked everybody, if they wanted to go out after the show, and it starts with him closing the show. So the show starts with him ending it.
This was a particular favorite show of mine, in the sense that it's the only show that we really broke completely away from the normal pattern.
Ron comes back to my place, and this episode is funny, but it has more of a serious note because it's more character driven, and this is the first time where you get to see a little backstory to when Ron first fell in love with Beverly, and how close they've been, and how my character's always been teased by both of them, and how close they've been since they were little kids.
There were no skits, there were no songs, there was none of this usual stuff that we did. Instead, this show was entirely character study. And because of that, we were able to really get to know the characters a little better than we were ever able to with the regular format. How did Ron begin to chase after Beverly? Why does Beverly continuously turn him down? Where did Adrian come from? How did Corey wind up being the little kid tagging along? We find out a lot of the background story behind the characters in this episode. So I felt that it was very nice to take the time to do that and to really establish who these characters are.
So there's a point in the bar scene of which the script was on the bar. You can only see it in a couple scenes, but this was the most dialogue two people have had in a consistent consecutive row. And so Tasha and I weren't very prepared. And so we, as you might have noticed, cheated a little bit. When we forgot, we just kind of glanced down and went back to what we were doing. And
I need to learn how to do my lines. Ron tried to direct me for some reason. I don't know what was up with that. He never tried to do it before. I kind of just did what I normally did and just ignored him and did my own thing.
We were filming late, and a lot of that we were rehearsing in between each scene, when it cuts back and forth. So I was proud of what we did and felt like me and Ron had a really good, strong performance together, and it showed our connection well on camera. It was a long but fun night.
I assure you, there was no alcohol involved in the shooting of this bar scene that I speak of. It was merely my favorite first choice of beverage, Dr. Pepper, when I partake, and apple cider of the sparkling type. I sound like I've been drinking. What's wrong with me? I don't know why these things come out of my mouth the way they do.
And I didn't know that we have lots of shots of me just downing Martinelli's. Because I'm Irish, and that's what I'm good at, just downing drinks.